Hey everybody, I am Heidzalyn with Austin Entertainment Management, and we are the sponsors of Farmapalooza this year. I'm super excited because I am here tonight to introduce you to Mindz Eye. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yay! Awesome.
This is a very special band that I'm interviewing today because we also have the creator of Farmapalooza with us as part of this band.
Be in the background.
And me.
And
take credit for that.
yeah, so yes, we get to hear more of the story tonight. I'm very excited about all of this because we got Brody's side of this when all these interviews started. But no, I need to hear Kelly's side of this as well. So, okay. First, let's talk about the band. So, why don't you all introduce yourselves, your name, and what you do in the band?
Right. I'm Kelly Moon. I'm one of the original members, and I am lead singer and rhythm guitarist.
Ryan Purdy.
Ryan.
I play lead guitar and try to do some backup vocals once in a while.
I'm Bill Robinson. I'm the drummer.
He's the original drummer.
Original. Yep.
And I'm Brody, who had auditioned for like 6 months to be the bass player.
Nice.
We made him do it.
There's a lot of initiations.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. So you're going to have to tell me a little bit more about that in the next question. How did you guys all meet?
Oh,
Brody and I went to
High school together.
Yeah, middle school and high school together. So we've known each other a really long time.
I used to come back from Alaska and see and hang out with Rick and Kelly and Bill with Mindz Eye back in the
Early
2000s.
what year is
it? Yeah.
A while ago.
Yep. And I met Bill. He actually married a girl that we graduated high school with, but that's almost not even how we met him. I think
we were at a show, like a heavy metal show with a band called Profane, I believe at the time, and just started hanging out after that. And they were looking for a drummer and asked me if I wanted to join. And I said, okay.
Yeah, right away. So yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. Okay. So in Austin,
I want to say this though. This would be happening if Ryan didn't question somebody else. All right. No, let's not be questioned.
So I met these guys because Bill and Kelly were in a band called Project Therapy for a while, and we did a show together for a benefit. And I was in a band, Dark Hearts, and so we did this show. I didn't know him before that, and it was
instant friends.
Yeah. So
and he came to me one day for a couple times through like a year. He kind of would go, so did you ever think of doing Mindz Eye again? And I was like, well, I don't know. The guy I wrote music with actually passed away a couple of years ago. So I was like, well, not really. I mean, it'd be awesome. And so eventually I'm like, why do you want to do Mindz Eye? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, Bill would love to do Mindz Eye. We got a drummer. And I asked the old bass player, and she kind of hemmed and hawed. And she's like, I don't know. And then never got back to me. So we were like, well, one night Brody says, and we all looked at him and went, you?
He's still on probation. Don't seek information.
So if it wasn't for Ryan and he stepped up and learned all the music, I didn't play guitar with the band. I just sang. So I didn't know really what the music was. It was never really written. And he figured it all out and brought it to us and presented it and put it all on paper. So I learned it. I learned how to play rhythm guitar because we were missing something. And I said, we're not getting another member. I'm just going to get familiar with the electric guitar. I've always played acoustic, but so that's been really fun. Something new for me.
That's awesome. That's been on my, I'm totally going to sit down and do that list, and yeah, then we decided to play shows, so that's how I've been spending my music practice time instead. Awesome. That is a great story, you guys. So at Austin Entertainment Management this year, I have just completely lost my train of thought. Our theme, that's what it is. Our theme this year is vision. So I was wondering, what's your vision for this project?
Keep writing music, keep putting it out there. I mean, we had
songs.
Yeah, we had a CD's worth of music in the past that we've all figured out. And now we've already wrote 3, 4, going on 5. I don't know. Keep writing more songs and working on them. So we just want to keep writing music and playing out. And
our 5th practice was our first show.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't been together real long.
And we packed the house. So that was really awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so many people came to see us. That was amazing.
I love it.
Strong Mindz Eye was before being right.
Yeah, it's been like 7 years since we played out, so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're going back into the studio, working on recording some stuff? What's going on right now for you?
Eventually we'd like to. Right now it's not in the plans. We're still working on getting tight and getting to know each other as musicians as far as our playing and perfecting things and getting tight, so right now we're not ready to record, but eventually we would definitely will, especially with all these new songs. And even our old songs, there's like a new element to it that we need to pre-record. We need to re-record it all because it's different and it's better. It's better even, so it's exciting. So yeah.
I know, I get it. It's like
you don't know when it's coming at you.
It evolves with time. When you listen to that first track, you're like, wow, you sound like that. Holy cow.
Yes, you can relate.
Awesome. So I was listening to some of your recordings that you have up on Bandcamp, I think, or Reverb Nation. Yeah, the link that's within the event page for Farmapalooza. And Kelly, your voice is so soulful. Like when you sing, like I just feel it. Like,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Music means a lot to me, so it really helps to, you get to express that in your vocals, as far as, and it's music that lyrics I've written, and now we have lyrics that even his wife has written, and it's just so soulful and she tells me what they're about, so I get it, and it's really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can really feel that passion coming through in the way that you deliver your lyrics, so it's great.
Yeah, her voice, like I've heard so many people, our first show was like her voice just cuts through the mix, and it's like, yeah, for sure, it's like, it's powerful.
The music is built around her voice.
Yeah, I like the sound of that, man.
The music is around her voice. That's all I gotta say.
I love it. All right, so where can people hear you play live next?
May 12th will be at a place called Somewhere in Fondy. It's in Fond du Lac.
It's not just somewhere. It's called,
I think it's called Somewhere.
It's called Somewhere.
Yes.
And
I'm familiar with the place. Yeah, it's somewhere.
I was going to say, I think you're from Fond du Lac. But apparently I think he's closing soon is what the rumor is. So he wants to have some live music. And we'll be playing with Rictus Grin and
Jurassic.
Yep. Awesome.
That's a Friday, May 12th. Yep.
Love me some Rictus Grin.
How did I get mad?
We love that.
I'm really hoping that they make it out to Farmapalooza because I haven't seen them since I moved.
Oh, they'll be there.
They'll be there. They'll be there.
Yay!
We got to be such good friends with them.
Yeah.
So
we canceled our dinner date last night with Rictus Grin because of weather.
Yeah,
snowing in Wisconsin.
I called it 2 months ago. Sorry, we're supposed to do that.
Oh, okay. So that's awesome. For all of you out there that have no idea what we're talking about or who we're talking about, you just need to come out to Farmapalooza and hang out with all of these people. Like, it is the most awesome community. And so let's talk about that just really quick. Let's talk a little bit more about Farmapalooza. I said I wanted to get Kelly's side of, how Farmapalooza all came about. We got Brody's side when I started doing all these interviews. And if you didn't see it, go to hellisthebomb.com/Farmapalooza. And it's one of the first videos that we have posted there, and you can get all caught up. But right now, Kelly, I want your side of the story.
Well, really, we always went to Rock USA. That was started to be our thing. And when everything started canceling during COVID, I even said, if it doesn't happen, we should do our own thing in the backyard. We've got all this space back there, and we've always wanted to do something with it, even if it was farming it, something, but we couldn't figure out anything that we wanted to. But we always talked about having music back there. So when everything shut down, we're like, we're going to do our own Rock USA. So we did it, and it was so fun. And everybody's like, can you do it every year? And we were like, yeah. So we started doing it.
She was the first one to play on the stage in Project Therapy.
Yeah, Project Therapy.
That's right.
Yep.
With Bill.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got a band. We'll play. Me and Bill, like, we'll play. We'll get it started. And we got a few other bands. We got Evoked, and they were just. It was amazing.
Midnight Sunshine.
Midnight Sunshine. It was great.
It is the Robinson Riser.
So we decided to do two of them, metal show and then a hard rock show now too. So, and
awesome.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Do you have another festival besides Farmapalooza coming up this year?
Yes, in September 8th and 9th. Is it 9th and 8th and 9th?
8th and 9th.
We have Farmageddon, and that's a lot of metal.
We got 7 cities, Yotomo. We got H1Z1.
Yeah, we got a lot of great heavy bands. So, but our baby kind of is starting to be the Farmapalooza.
Farmapalooza is our baby.
There's just a lot of music that anybody can listen to. Where like there's a lot of people that they don't really necessarily like metal. I do. But some people don't like to go hear that. So it's a really small group of people that we can get there. But with Farmapalooza, I mean, any kind of, we got some reggae. We got Illuminati as our headliner Friday, and all that stuff. We got reggae. We got hard rock. We got all kinds of bands. So it's
you got a little bit of punk. You got a lot of female fronted, which I love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So it kind of, if it's a lot of people's genre more than Farmageddon.
Awesome. Man, I'm so excited.
Farmageddon's mine.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great too. I love it too. But I'm really surprised that Farmapalooza has ended up being bigger than Farmageddon.
I'm not.
All right. Well, we need to get to the last question, which is our mystery question. And you guys picked number 11. So the question is, what is the first instrument you learned to play?
Clarinet. I don't know how to play it anymore.
The recorder, is that?
That's what I learned first. I'm pretty sure.
Cross buns, I think.
I went right to clarinet. I don't even think I ever owned one. That's awesome.
What was yours? It was, wasn't it?
No, it was
It
not.
was. Oh, man,
No.
it wasn't.
I wanted to play the drums when I was in 2nd grade. And at the class thing that I was at, my parents were like, no, we don't need another drummer in the family because my father was a drummer.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll play that funny curved looking thing, which turned out to be a saxophone.
Nice.
That's
And
awesome.
Brody?
Recorder.
Oh,
We're just gonna start off the set with a recorder.
if I go home and I go and dig in the totes in my parents' basement, I will find that recorder. I know she
Yes.
saved it.
Bring that with you.
We'll do recorder on the campfire.
My daughter has it yet. My daughter plays the flute, so I know she has her recorder.
I'm pretty sure I don't really remember how to play it, so it could be bad.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't.
It's all about finger holes. It's like
Yeah.
it's the basic bagpipe.
Okay.
And one other thing I was going to mention to you, Heidi, is I am the sound guy too. They asked me to be the sound guy.
This is our sound guy.
This
So-
is our sound
Him
guy.
and Joe Farmer. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe
right.
Farmer with Selfish Productions. My company's called Purdy Productions, but that's kind of what kicked off like me started to do more sound is Brody and Kelly came to me and was like, we want to throw this party in the backyard and I'm like, what do you want to do? Like this thing sounds huge,
He
like
played and did sound. Yeah.
so kind of have been since that happened, it's just kind of my sound gear is grown.
But there's so much connections that go with this.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
It's bigger than this is even epic.
And we even
Right?
have you now, and
Yeah,
come in. I can't wait.
Now we have Heidi here. It's like,
I know, right?
Can't
And
wait
I'm
to see
excited to have you guys too. Like, this
Yeah.
is great. Well, thank you guys for talking with me tonight. I really appreciate it. For all of you out there, if you want to catch up and see all of the other interviews that I've done with the bands, I've got that at howlisthebomb.com/Farmapalooza. And we've still got a bunch of bands to interview over the next coming weeks leading up to Farmapalooza, which is going to be June 9th through the 11th in Kaukauna. So I am so excited. I get more and more excited the closer that we get to this. So
it's getting tight.
Not that far away.
it's not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope everybody has a really good night.
You
We're
too.
going to
Thank
over
you.
jam at the Bonnet.
Yeah. We're gonna go jamming.
All
We're gonna
right.
find our time together.
It's jamming time.
We're gonna go practice there.
Awesome. All right, you guys.
All
I'm
right.
Heidzalyn signing off for Austin Entertainment Management.